Theros Beyond Death gives Modern Dryad the Thick, and we should care about its thickness because of Scapeshift. And Scapeshift is good because of Valakut, which says whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under your control, if you control at least 5 other mountains, it deals 3 damage to any target. Which means when we have 7 lands, we play Scapeshift and deal 18 damage to our opponent. But now with Dryad, the Valakuts themselves will be mountains, which means with 6 lands and Scapeshift, we can deal a whopping 72 damage. On top of that, Dryad lets us play an additional land per turn, and in a deck with 29 lands, it's pretty good. And on top of that, it can provide some much needed blocking. But is Dryad really as good as it looks? Because Dryad's land type ability is not new. We already have Prismatic Omen in Modern, but allowing us to play an additional land per turn and the fact that it's a creature does make it seem really good. So the only way to find out for sure just how good it is to test it out, and that's what we're gonna do. In the build that I've made here, it is basically a typical Scapeshift deck, although Scapeshift does not usually run Grazers, but we really want to hit 3 lands as soon as possible. But the rest of the deck is pretty typical. We have Search for Tomorrow, which digs for a land. We also have Once Upon a Time for creature and land digging, as well as Summoner's Pact for more creature digging. And then we have Sakura-Tribe Elder to block and then dig for a land. And then of course we have the Titan. When it enters or attacks, we dig for 2 lands. It's pretty good. And then we've got our 29 lands, including Field of the Dead. And for one last addition, I added Courser. It lets us play a top card of our library if it's a land, and it works really well with Dryad. And there you have it, that's the deck. And now it's time for the gameplay. Let's see how good this deck actually is. So here we go. Opening hand, a lot of lands of Once Upon a Time, but yeah, I guess we'll keep starting with Once Upon a Time. Ooh, okay, grab a Titan, play a land, and that'll be our turn. Opponent starts off with the Vial, and then back on our turn, play the Sakura-Tribe Elder, but then pass back. And opponent plays Kitesail Freebooter, what a loser. So our hand is safe, and then we'll sacrifice the Sakura-Tribe Elder, and then back on our turn, land, Dryad, another land, and then it's back to our opponent. Uh-oh, Meddling Mage, and they name Primeval Titan, okay. Opponent hits us for 1, and then end the turn, Once Upon a Time. Oh, and this is gonna be so good. Grab Valakut, and then back on our turn, play Valakut, and because Dryad makes all lands all types, Valakut does 3 damage to Meddling Mage. Oh, what's this? They're tapping the Vial, popping the Meddling Mage. Very smart, very smart. But then Meddling Mage goes to Jesus, but unfortunately for our opponent, we're not done. Dryad lets us play another land. We'll play another Valakut, but this time it deals 6 damage. And then guess what? We have Garenbrig, which means we can make 6 mana. Play Titan. Grabbing 2 more Valakuts. So each Valakut triggers twice, dealing a total of 24 damage. Hooray! That's lethal, so it's on to the next game. Opening hand. This hand's pretty bad. But if they don't have Meddling Mage or Kitesail, it's kind of good, so we'll keep. Opponent plays a land and passes. Okay. Back on our turn, I pull a Stomping Ground. Meh. Play Field of the Dead and pass back. Oh, and Freebooter takes our Scapeshift. And back on our turn, Grazer. Okay. Play the Grazer. And then it's back to our opponent. Oh, and they play Meddling Mage, naming our thick Dryad. Okay. Back on our turn, Grazer. I guess we'll just play the Courser. Stomping Ground on top, so we'll play it. And then play Grazer. We gain another life. And it's back to our opponent. Oh, opponent plays Thalia's Lieutenant. But our blockers are just too strong with the reach. Back on our turn, not much we can do here. So we'll just play a land and pass back. Opponent plays Champion. And a Phantasmal Image. Oh, and they name Scapeshift. Now we can only hit Titan, basically. Sakura-Tribe, Valakut on top. Alright, play Valakut. Another Valakut on top. I think our best shot here is just trying to get to 6 mountains. And then use the Valakut to kill the Scapeshift one. Yeah, faux shizzle. So we'll play the Tribe Elder. And then pass back. Oh, opponent plays Reflector Mage. Oh, and they bounce the Courser. And then opponent swings in. Block with Elder. And 1 Grazer. Sack the Elder. Grabbing a mountain. And it looks like it's back to us. Ooh, and that's exactly what we needed. So we'll play the land. That triggers Valakut. We'll kill the Phantasmal Image. Plus we get a zombie. And now we play Scapeshift. So we'll sack all 9 of our lands. Grabbing our last remaining mountains. Plus 3 Valakuts. That's 9 times 6. That's 54 damage. That is very much lethal. And what a great finish. Just the inevitability. The inevitability is just so strong in this deck. But now it's on to the next match. Opening hand. Turn 1 Grazer and turn 2 Dryad. How can we say no to that? We'll keep. We'll start with Once Upon a Time. No lands, but we'll take the Titan. And then play Grazer. Opponent starts with Vial. Back on our turn. Dang, no land. Alright, in that case we'll play Elder. And then just pass back. Opponent plays a Lord. And now back on our turn. After the land from Elder, we now have a 5th land. And with Garenbrig, that means we can play the Titan this turn. So that's what we'll do. Grabbing 2 fetches because next turn we can do some very nice stuff with Dryad. But back to them. What's this? They tap 2 lands. And oh, a Phantasmal Image. So they can copy our Titan. Oh. But then it's back to us. Pull land, we might as well Once Upon a Time. And pull Valakut. Yes, that is very good. Because now here's what we'll do. Play Dryad. And now since everything's a mountain, we'll play Valakut, targeting the image to kill it. And attacking with Titan should do it. Oh, but opponent taps Vial. Oh, and uses Trickster to tap down our Titan. Okay. But we can play an additional land this turn. So we'll play our mountain. And then use our Valakut to kill the Mistbinder. Now back to them. Opponent plays 2 Lords and then passes back. Go to attacks. And hooray, get 2 Valakuts. Our 3 Valakuts each trigger twice, dealing 18 damage, and that will be lethal. So it's on to the next game. Opening hand could be better or it could be worse, but we'll keep. We'll start with Once Upon a Time. 2 lands and a Titan. And then back to our opponent. Opponent plays a Lord, and then hits us for 3. Back on our turn, pull Summoner's Pact, play Elder, and opponent plays another Lord. Then they swing for 7, jump here and sack. Then it's back to us. Pull Valakut, but things aren't looking great here. We'll play Dryad, and then 2 lands. But unfortunately, we have to pass back. And oh, Oh, they play another Lord. These will be 4/4. This is a 5/5. We'll be forced to block. We'll lose the Dryad. And at that point, we can't turn things around next turn, so we're going to have to go to game 3. Opening hand. Nothing too special, but we'll keep. Suspend, search for tomorrow. Opponent starts with Speaker. And back on our turn, we shall suspend another search for tomorrow. Opponent plays a Lord, and then hits us for 3. One search for tomorrow fires and gets us a forest. And with only one card in hand, we might as well play the Courser. Oh, Scapeshift on top, but search will shuffle. Oh well. Play a land and send it back. Opponent plays another Lord, and then swings into it. We'll chump one of them. And on their second main, they also play a Biomancer. Okay. On our upkeep, search fires. And ooh, we pull a land. Nice. Because with Dryad, oh, this is gonna be so good. Turn everything into a mountain. Play Garenbrig as our 6th mountain, triggering 2 Valakuts to kill their lords. Hooray! Oh, but we're not finished. Play a Tribe Elder, sack, and double trigger Valakut again. No more creatures for them. I was hoping for a land on top after we shuffled, but unfortunately we won't be able to play the Elder this turn, so we'll just swing for 2 and watch our opponent suffer. Opponent plays Mistminder and then copies it, but I don't think that will be enough because we're going for lethal. Play a mountain from the top of our library, hitting them for 6, and then once upon a time to grab the Titan, play the Titan, and that is very much lethal. Okay. Things were close there for a while, but Dryad is pretty good, so it's on to the next match. Opening hand seems okay, so we'll keep. Starting with Wooded Foothills, and suspend, search for tomorrow. Opponent starts with the Goblin Guide, swings, and we hit a land off the top. Back on our turn, not much to do, so we'll play Valakut and pass back. Opponent attacks, land off the top. Back on our turn, search for tomorrow, grabbing a forest, and now we'll play Dryad, which means we can go boom, and boom, and boom, and then pass back. Opponent fires Lightning Helix, and then back to them. Opponent swings with Goblin Guide, another land on top. We shall block, and sack, and ooh, Searing Blaze, and Skewer the Critics. Okay, so we lose Dryad, but on the bright side, we can do this. Play a land, and then cast Scapeshift. We grab 6 mountains, that's 18 damage, not enough to deal lethal, so we'll kill the Goblin Guide and hit them for 15. And it's back to them. So can our opponent kill us with 5 cards in hand? There's one bolt, a Lava Spike, but then they pass back. But ooh, look at this top deck. Play mountain, deal 3 of them with Valakut, and then play Grazer, dealing 3 for lethal, and there's the game. And this is what was in their hand, so they would have had lethal next turn. But it was pretty smart of them taking out the Dryad, because we would have had lethal a lot sooner. So on to the next game. Opening hand, we got a Once Upon a Time, so we'll keep. Opponent plays Monastery and hits us for 1. And back on our turn, it was Once Upon a Time, try and get a forest, hitting these 5. Ooh. Grazer would have been really nice here, try and get the Dryad on turn 2. But our lands really aren't working out here, so we'll take the Verdant Catacombs, then grab a forest, and suspend, search for tomorrow. And then back to our opponent. Opponent suspends Drift Bolt, and then a Lightning Bolt. And then they hit us for 2. Back on our turn, not much to do. So we'll play a land tapped and pass back. Rift Bolt fires, then Boros Charm, and then Goblin Guide. So they can deal 5, put us at 1. Opponent swings with both, search for tomorrow on top. We're at 1. Search for tomorrow fires, and now's not good here, but we could try and get an out. We can play Dryad, allowing us to play 2 lands this turn. And this is very sad, but we'll Summoner's Pact, grabbing Sakura-Tribe Elder, and now we have a blocker, but if they have a spell on hand, we just lose. But if they don't have a spell on hand, we still probably lose. But it's worth a shot. Back to our opponent. The opponent sacks the Canyon, and then finishes us with Lightning Helix, so we're going to game 3. Opening hand, 1 land hand. Oh boy. We do have Once Upon a Time, so we'll give it a shot. Fire Once Upon a Time. He's 5 on top. Sakura-Tribe Elder would be nice, but that means we have to hit a second land for next turn. I think it's just too risky, so we'll just take the mountain, then suspend, search for tomorrow, and then back to our opponent. Opponent starts with Monastery, hits us for 1, and it's back to us. We pull another land, and we'll just play on Once Upon a Time. On our opponent's turn, they bolt, and then Goblin Guide. They swing in, land on top. We're at 11, and then we'll Once Upon a Time. Alright, we'll just take the land here. On our upkeep, search fires. We're grabbing a forest, so now we play Dryad, and then play 2 lands. Now let's see if our opponent can finish us, but if we can survive this turn, we have lethal for next turn. Opponent swings in, land on top, and with 4 cards in hand, we pretty much have to block here. Yeah, block the Monastery. Oh, and then Searing Blaze. Okay. We're at 6. So now without Dryad, we don't have lethal this turn, but we do have Titan. So here's what we'll do. Play a land, then use Garenbrig to make 6 mana. Play the Titan, grabbing 2 Fielded As. We now have 7 different lands, which means we get 4 zombies. Hooray! We're at 6, so they can still kill us, but we'll see if they have it and send it back to them. Uh-oh, they Boros Charm us, and then Lava Spike for the win. Dang. We would have won next turn with Scapeshift. Aw, okay. So 2 out of 3 games they won because they killed the Dryad. So Dryad seems to be a card that needs to be kept alive, and it seems like a deck has to kill it as soon as it comes out. So yeah, what can you do? So how good is Dryad? Well, we had a close call with Merfolk, and burn did not go well, but nonetheless, it felt really powerful, and that's what she said. Dryad just sets up so well with the Titan, and also the Scapeshift, so it's like, what more do you want from a card? It just does everything. At least everything that Scapeshift struggles to do. So I think it's pretty safe to say that outside of Titan, Valakut, and Scapeshift, I think Dryad is the next most powerful card in the deck. So for players that already own Scapeshift, I don't see why they wouldn't run Dryad, but if you don't already own Scapeshift and you're thinking about buying the deck because of Dryad, I don't really know if it's that good to just buy into the deck because of one card, but just how good the card actually is, only time will tell. But that is all for now. I have so many modern decks lined up for this set, so be sure to subscribe to not miss to those videos. And if you would like to support the channel even more, my deck boxes are available at decknut.com. And as always, I hope you have a great day.